Back here on the WBCB Sports Network alongside Jordan Hirsch. I'm Andrew Myers. Thanks for tuning in to this MCT quarterfinal matchup between the Robbinsville Ravens and the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. Had some connection issues for us out here in the barrens of Robbinsville's complex way back here in left center, or right center field, near the scoreboard in the baseball field. So apologies for that delayed start, but you only missed one pitch for us in a 1-2-3 inning for Hopewell in the top of the first. So the Bulldogs will try to replicate that defensively with senior Jeffrey Blake on the mound. And Jordan, we talked about Luke Billings a bit in his opening frame in the top of the first inning, with Jeffrey Blake just as good as Billings this season for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jeffrey Blake, .64 ERA. He comes in having thrown 33 innings this season, giving up just 3 earned runs. He does it a little differently than Billings, however. 27 strikeouts. He's going to try to force a lot of weak contact and really replicate his outing from last year in the semifinals of the Mercer County Tournament. Went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, just 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts. Hopewell Valley did end up losing that game 1-0 to Allentown, so he's going to be looking to replicate that outing here today and maybe get a little run support.
Yeah, Blake, his last outing coming against West Windsor Plainsboro South on May 6th, as that first pitch misses for a ball to the Ravens leadoff hitter Gavin Hopkins. 8 strikeouts, 4 scoreless innings, 54 pitches. Nice quick outing for Blake in that last start against West Windsor Plainsboro South, as that one poked away foul from Gavin Hopkins. Hopkins, one of the better leadoff hitters in the CVC for the Ravens in right field today for Robbinsville. Has been on base 10 straight games, on base 17 of 18 games this season for the Ravens. 14-4 Robbinsville Ravens, that is. That pitch misses outside. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, and Blake really has to make it a key for him to keep Hopkins off the base paths. Leads the team with 11 stolen bases this season.
And the Ravens, a team who are not afraid to seal. This one's given a ride to straightaway center. Coming back a couple of steps to make the catch is Owen Lengel. And the leadoff man, Hopkins, is retired. Just to finish that thought, this Ravens team does steal a lot of bases. 38 stolen bases in 18 games this season for Robbinsville. So a good point there from Jordan. Blake got to keep the Ravens off the base paths, because a single could quickly turn into a double like that with a steal on the first couple of pitches. As Noah Schwartz, the center fielder, steps in for Robbinsville. Pair of lefties at the top of this lineup for the Ravens. And he's first pitch swinging. This one popped up in foul territory on the third base side. Giving a look is Blake, along with the catcher Otterbay and Jaden Shin, the third baseman, but it'll go out of play. 14-4 are the Robbinsville Ravens, the 3 seed in the 2024 Mercer County Tournament. Hopewell Valley coming in as a 6 seed with an 11-7 record. These two teams did not play each other before this. Their regular season matchup is scheduled for Tuesday, but presumably that's going to get moved, and it will be moved, as the winner of this game will play in the Mercer County Tournament semifinals on Tuesday. So not sure if that regular season matchup between these two sides is going to get moved or not. They might just cancel it altogether. But nonetheless, we got a solid day today for some tournament matchup, and this one a drive to right field and a long run for the right fielder Hoppy, but he's over to make the catch to retire Noah Schwartz, 2 away.
So far, so good for Blake out there on the mound, facing the hottest team here in the CVC. Robbinsville, winner of 10 straight. They're outscoring opponents 82-24 during that span. Jeffrey Blake, definitely a tall task to try to cool off this Robbinsville Ravens squad.
Yeah, Robbinsville, that 10-game winning streak coming in the span of the last 18 days. Their longest winning streak since they won their first 12 games of the 2011 season. And they went on to win the Mercer County Tournament that year. So Robbinsville hoping for some of the same success postseason-wise this season for this year's squad. First pitch ball to Luke Billings, starter on the mound for the Ravens today, and that pitch catches the inside corner for a strike, 1-1.
You mentioned it there. 2011 was the last time these Ravens won the MCTs, but the MCTs have not been kind to them since, have only made it past the quarterfinal round once. That was in 2016.
Yeah, Robbinsville with back-to-back years with a loss to Notre Dame, lost 8-2 in the first round last year to Notre Dame, and then lost in the quarterfinals to Notre Dame in 2022. This one driven the opposite way, hump back liner to the second baseman the second baseman Jacob Shin, and he will make the catch to retire Billings. 6 up, 6 down for both sides in this first inning. No base runners through the first. We're scoreless between Robbinsville and Hopewell.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Today's Hopewell Valley game is being supported by John M. Vlasic Jr., founder of Vlasic & Kennedy Attorneys at Law in Hamilton Township and one of New Jersey's top-rated attorneys and certified as a civil trial attorney specializing in personal injury, workers' compensation, employment matters, and class action litigation. For more information, call 609-599-3400. Vlasic & Kennedy, hope you enjoyed today's game. Scoreless through one, a quick first inning between Robbinsville and Hopewell Valley. Quarterfinals of the Mercer County Tournament. Second year where they chopped the tournament down. I guess the third year in a row, you should say, that they chopped the tournament down from every team down to 8 teams, splitting it from the Mercer County Tournament to the Mercer County Invitational Tournament. So every team in Mercer County is still getting some tournament action before the state tournament. But the top teams in Mercer County, I guess you can call the Mercer County Invitational kind of the NIT, Jordan, of Mercer County baseball.
That's a good way to put it. And, yeah, they chop it down to 8 teams, and going into next year, they're going to chop it down to none. They're going to replace the Mercer County Tournament with the CVC Tournament.
Yeah, some big news coming out of NJ.com, or really just NJ, high school sports in general, earlier this week. The Mercer County Tournament will be no longer after this spring, effective next year. I believe June 30th is the actual date, but obviously we're not having any high school sports or any organized high school sports, I should say, in the summer. So next fall to be the Colonial Valley Tournament, Colonial Valley Conference Tournament. So we'll see a lot more local teams getting some tournament action as that pitch in there for strike to Blake Echternacht. Big decision to cut off the MCT tournament, but here we are in the final edition, 2024. Is this one the opposite way into right field, and the first base runner of the day belongs to the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs as Blake Echternacht drives that 2-1 pitch into right field for a single.
And you got to believe base runners are going to be at a premium here for Hopewell Valley. So that was just the 16th hit given up all season by Billings out there on the mound. And this is now where, if you're the Hopewell Valley offense, you've got to be able to capitalize on opportunities like this. You've got the leadoff man aboard. Got to be able to find a way to get him around, because I'm not sure how many times the Bulldogs are going to have this opportunity presented to them here this afternoon.
Yeah, right. You're not really sure how many opportunities they're going to get base runners on base, so got to take advantage, like you said, as first pitch fouled back from Jacob Shin, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. We'll see how Billings works from the stretch. A toss over to first base. Not in time. It's a bang-bang play. He tries to get Echternacht napping.
Jacob Shin, 2 for 4 with an RBI in Hopewell's 8-7 win against Allentown on Wednesday. Got a little revenge from last season, falling to them in the semifinals of the Mercer County Tournament.
And that one a big game for Hopewell in terms of seeding. It was the day the seeding was cut off, so Hopewell able to grab this 6th seed, and that win certainly had a little bit to do with it. Sheehan extending his on-base streak to 7 games. And Billings not letting Echternacht just hang there at first base. He's really toying with him. Or maybe it's the other way around. Echternacht's maybe toying with Billings. This time it goes to the mound, and that one goes off the glove of the catcher, Nabrkowski. And into scoring position goes Echternacht. So perhaps Echternacht doing his job there, getting in the head of Billings as Billings throws that one low. Probably a catchable ball. We're way out here in right center field, so don't have the greatest of views right at home plate. But nonetheless, runner in scoring position with nobody out in this top of the second inning for Hopewell. And that pitch misses for a ball. 3-1 the count now to Jacob Shin.
Yeah, that's how we're going to have to tell where some of these pitches misses based on how the batter reacts. That time, backed Shin off the plate. You can tell that it's inside.
And it looks like this home plate umpire has an emphatic strike call on a call strike, so hopefully we'll be able to tell. As that pitch misses low for a ball, and back-to-back base runners for the Bulldogs in this top of the second inning. Jacob Shin is aboard with a walk after Echternach's single. And now here is John Michael Vlasic, first baseman in the 6-hole today for Hopewell Valley. 5-game hitting streak for Vlasic. He's moved up in the lineup, showing bunt here and gets it down in front of home plate. Oh, no, it's going to be a foul ball. So nice job by Aprakowski to jump up and to grab that before it goes into fair territory.
Yeah, really, whenever you talk about Hopewell Valley sports, John Michael Vlasic's at the center. The star tight end on the football team, one of the better players on the basketball team as well, a team that went all the way to the, I believe, state semifinals where they lost to Red Bank Regional, and now here on the baseball team as well, trying to get a bunt down, but I'm not sure if he's going to be sticking with that too long now, 0-2.
Yeah, Vlasic missing that one again, or getting a piece of it, but going foul. Vlasic, a true 3-sport high school athlete. We love to see that in the days where kids are kind of giving them up to focus on one in high school. Vlasic, you mentioned the leading receiver for the Hopewell Valley football team in the fall, and leading scorer for the basketball team on just under 17 points per game on the hardwood. And he's turned the season around baseball-wise. Had a struggle to begin the season, but as I mentioned now, 5-game hitting streak coming into this game, 10 hits in that span. And he's got a big chance here early against Billings as that breaking ball misses just high, not a bad spot on an 0-2 pitch, so it's 1-2 now.
Yeah, I think this is how you know that runs are going to be at a premium. They had John Michael Vlasic bunting those first 2 pitches, and he's got a .442 average.
That pitch misses low. Vlasic doing a nice job of battling back here. 0-2 now to 2-2. Shin on first, Echternach on second. First 2 hitters have reached base safely for Hopewell in the top of the second inning. No score. As the 2-2 misses high, he goes behind Vlasic. And now the count runs full.
And Billings looks a little bit rattled now ever since he's allowed a base runner, and now 2. Got to be able to find it here. Last thing you want is to walk the bases loaded for a powerful offense like Hopewell Valley.
Payoff pitch coming from Billings, swing and a miss. And he got Vlasic to swing through that one, so 0-2 count runs full, and Billings able to put him in the book anyway with his first strikeout of the day.
That's big time there. Like I mentioned, Hopewell Valley, the best offense in terms of runs scored in the CVC. They've gotten 146 across the plate this year, and it's kind of a battle of 2 teams that win in different ways because Robbinsville, they give up the least amount of runs, just 42 on the season. They've only given up more than 4 runs one time.
Yeah, these 2 teams kind of opposites attract kind of today for offense and defense. You mentioned Robbinsville's 10-game winning streak. Well, Hopewell's been hot as of late. 4 wins in their last 5, 7 in their last 9 coming into this contest. And in their last 5 games, they've averaged just under 10 runs per game, 9.6 runs, 48 total in the last 5 games. So Hopewell not only have they had hot bats all season long, but they're really hot at the right time coming into the Mercer County Tournament. That pitch in there for strike to Brandon Hoppy, the right fielder for Hopewell. 1-1 the count to him.
Yeah, and that 7-2 stretch came after a 4-5 start. Both of these teams got off to kind of slow starts in April, but they've since certainly picked it up.
That pitch misses high. 2-1 to Hoppy. The 2 teams did not play last season. Got to go back to 2022 last time Hopewell and Robbinsville met on the diamond. Is this one chopper to first base? Nice play by Carmignani. Goes to second. A sliding stop. And how did he stay on the bag and make that play? It's Keating over there. Or excuse me, it's the shortstop Fowler making that play. It was Carmignani, the first baseman. Nice job to knock that down. And then tries to go to second to get the runner, and they do retire Jacob Shin, falling over and diving to make the catch, and somehow holding the ball and the bag was the shortstop Fowler. So out number 2 for the Ravens.
That's a heck of a play there by Fowler. I mean, as a shortstop, that's not really something you practice, kind of catching that throw from first base on a dive like that. Just a great way to improvise and get a big second out.
So runners on the corners now. Zechternak advanced to third, and Hoppy replaces Jacob Shin at first base. Chase Garrow at the plate now. That first pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Napierkowski, 1-0.
Garrow had a big game in that Allentown win on Wednesday, 3 for 4, a pair of RBIs for him, and he's got a chance to drive in the first run of the game here.
Both these teams playing on Wednesday, their last outing. Both wins. You mentioned Hopewell defeating Allentown 8-7 as that pitch catches the zone. 4-strike, 1-1 to Garrow. And a win for Robbinsville over Hamilton West on Wednesday. 12-4 the final in that game. One the count to Garrow. And taking off for second base is Hoppy, and they'll just let him go with the runner at third. Two in scoring position. The righty sets and deals. This one poked the opposite. Just in time for the out, and Billings does get out of that jam. As Hopewell gets 3 on base, they strand 2. And we are still scoreless between Robbinsville and Hopewell as we head to the bottom of the second.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
For the 2024 season on Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesday Dollar Dog nights, and Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Bottom of the second inning, no score between Robbinsville and Hopewell Valley. It's the Bulldogs threatening in the top half of the inning. 3 batters reach base, stranded 2 of them. Had runners on first and second, nobody out. Luke Billings able to settle in. He got a strikeout, and then a very solid play defensively between his first baseman Dylan Carmignani and the shortstop Johnny Fowler. Get the runner at second base. And then rolled another ground ball to get out of that jam. So we'll see if the Ravens can do something offensively here in this bottom of the second as Matt Boss, the designated hitter, steps in to lead things off. First pitch strike to him from Jeffrey Blake.
Boss, a team high 364 average. This isn't a Robbinsville team that has a ton of guys with super impressive averages. They come into this game with just a 262 average for the team, but Matt Boss, certainly one of those guys that gets on base a ton.
Pitch a ball there, 1-2 the count to Boss. And Matt Boss, a 341 batting average across his last 10 games. He's reached base in all 10 of them. 1-2 out in front of that one, just getting a piece of it back to Blake. Blake knocks it down, has trouble with it, and then a throw over to first base, and it pops out of the glove of the first baseman, Vlasic. Can't make mistakes like that. I don't know if Blake thought he had a little less time than he did, and the throw definitely beat him there, and then it just looked like it popped out of the glove of Vlasic at first.
Yeah, perfect throw definitely has him. I think Blake maybe rushed it a little bit after he had the bobble out there on the mound. Probably one that if you ask Vlasic, he'll say that he should have hung on to it. Throw was a little bit wide into the baseline, though.
We'll see if that comes back to haunt the Bulldogs. Is showing bunt now is the Robbinsville first baseman, Dylan Carmignani. Pulls back. That pitch misses low. Carmignani had that nice play in the top half of the inning.
And now you wonder how that error is going to affect Blake out on the mound.
And Blake looked like he slipped, making that pickoff attempt there. Keep an eye on that mound.
Still maybe a little bit wet. Had a lot of rain in the area these last couple of days.
And I don't believe Robbinsville has a tarp. Looking around the oh, they do have a tarp, actually, so hopefully that helped the field a little bit today. I got to get better insiders. I had an insider text me yesterday, said they didn't have a tarp, so gotta get my better sources around here in Robbinsville. Bunt down there from Carmignani down the first baseline, but it'll roll foul. 1-1 the count to Carmignani.
Yeah, really a beautiful facility they've got here at Robbinsville. Recently has been updated. One of the better ones, I think, that they've got here in Mercer County.
Yeah, very nice. Every team kind of gets their own thing. Obviously, of course, you have the turf field, who can be used for a ton of different sports. And Robbinsville has a nice backdrop there with the logos and the Ville dead spot. Taking off for second base as that pitch is a ball and sliding in safely. How did he get through that one? As it's Matt Boss sliding in head first. Throw was there, and the tag from Echternacht apparently was not in time. Coming out to have a chat with the field umpire is the Hopewell head coach, Ken Harrison. That play certainly looked like it beat him to the bag. I guess a bit of a swim move there from Boss to slide in safely at second.
And it's kind of tough to tell from out here, but it looks like he's got some of those dirt stains on the side of his jersey, almost like he slid on his side instead of like across his stomach to be able to avoid that tag.
That would indicate a swim move with the left arm then, so or trying to avoid the left arm, I should say. But nonetheless, Boss at second base. Believe it's a 2-1 count to Carmignani at the plate. Still showing bunt here, and he'll pull that one back last minute as that pitch misses high. And the count now runs to 3-1. See if the bunt is still on here for the Ravens. Hopewell with the corners in. And the pitch from Blake, but showing bunt again is Carmignani. He gets this one out, a beauty, right in front of the plate, and he does his job as they secure the out at first base. Moving to third base is Boss. And a great job by Carmignani to stick with that bunt and get it down.
Yeah, perfectly executed small ball action from the Ravens. Might be seeing a lot of that here today, as now both teams have tried to utilize that bunt once they get a runner on.
And now Hopewell Valley will bring the entire infield in with one away and run it. Pickoff attempt at third base. You don't see that every day, and I think even Paul said the runner at third base was a bit surprised by that. Able to get back in time, though.
And just in time, too. That kind of looked like an awkward slide, almost like he just laid down to reach back to the bag. But, yeah, that definitely looked like it kind of caught him off guard.
Third baseman Jaden Shin not really holding him on at the bag, but he's still surrounding it, keeping it close. As that one poked up the middle for a base knock, it gets through, and the Ravens score the first run of the game as Grayson Hopkins comes through. Boss comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Robbinsville.
Great piece of hitting. Got a fastball over the hard of the plate, did exactly what you're supposed to do. Hit it right back where it came from. And Ravens now 2-out RBI, or 1-out RBI. Still big time there to be able to drive the run in with a single, and a good job by Robbinsville to just manufacture this first run of the ball game.
6th RBI of the season for Grayson Hopkins. He extends his hitting streak to 6 games. And that first pitch in there for a strike to Tyler Bunnell, the third baseman. Robbinsville with the 1-0 lead. They strike first in this MCT quarterfinal. And with both these pitchers on the mound the way they've been throwing this season, it might be enough. Is that one a pickoff attempt and then a little skip to Mylou as they get him out at first base? It was Grayson Hopkins who gets caught napping there, and Vlasic made the catch. Hopkins knew he was out and then had to hesitate a bit, and still it was an awkward tag, but they're able to apply it, and they pick him off at first.
Heck of a move by Blake, too, and it's clear that now whenever Robbinsville's getting a runner on, Hopewell Valley is trying to pick them off. Had a pick off at third and then a successful one over there at first.
So Blake able to snuff out Hopkins' single, at least with him on base. Of course, a single drove in the run, so not totally eliminated. As he fires one in there for strike 3, not even moving the bat off his shoulder, is Tyler Bunnell on a called strike 3 to retire the side. But Robbinsville strikes first. It's an RBI single off the bat at Grayson Hopkins, and the Ravens lead it 1-0 through 2.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6366. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Top of the third inning, a 1-0 lead for Robbinsville over Hopewell Valley as the Ravens strike first in the bottom of the second. Leadoff hitter Matt Boss reaches base on an error, comebacker right back to the pitcher Jeffrey Blake. And then he comes around to score on a Grayson Hopkins RBI single.
Now I think this is a big inning for the Hopewell Valley offense. You've got Luke Billings out there on the mound. Looked like he settled down after that strikeout last inning of Vlasic. Now he's going to be working with the lead. And if you're Hopewell, got to be able to strike back here because you don't want Billings to get settled in, because when he does, one run sometimes is enough.
And when Billings gets in his groove, you certainly don't want to be somebody facing him in that box. And last time these two teams played, Billings was on the mound back on April 21st, 2022. 15 strikeouts and a complete game shutout for Billings. A 2-0 win for Robbinsville in that one. 1-1 the count to Ryan Otterbray, the catcher and the 9-hole hitter for the Bulldogs. 9-1-2 hitters due up in this top of the third. And he fouls that one back out of play. 1-2 the count. Otterbray hitless against Allentown on Wednesday. He's been struggling as of late, one hit in his last 5 games. 1-2 misses low as he holds his swing. Bulldogs coming into this game with 9.6 runs per game in their last 5 contests. Don't think they're going to get close to that number today, Jordan, but had to throw those stats in there anyway. As that pitch called a strike 3 to Otterbray, and strikeout number 2 on the day for Billings as he retired the first hitter of this third inning.
And so far they've been able to make contact off of Billings. Nothing all too hard, though. And that was just a perfect pitch painted over the outside black.
Billings working quickly as he fires a first pitch strike to Owen Langle, the leadoff hitter for Hopewell.
And I think that's how you could tell that Billings is starting to find it here. He was a lot more deliberate back in the second inning. Now he's kind of just getting it and going.
Langle flew out to left field in his first at-bat. Hitless against Allentown on Wednesday. Rare for the Bulldogs leadoff hitter. That pitch misses low. 2-1 the count to him. He had 7 hits in the 4 games before that Allentown contest. And that one not a bad spot, but misses. 3-1 the count to Langle. Third 3-ball count of the day for Billings, and he battles back with a pitch there, and it almost gets Langle to swing out of his shoes, and the count runs full.
Couple of sliders off the plate this at-bat. Let's see if he goes right back to that heat and try to get his third strikeout.
Swing and a miss, and a good call by Hirsch there, Jordan Hirsch, that is, as he swings through that one for strike 3. Just powering it through him is Luke Billings. Back-to-back strikeouts to start this third inning, and now Jaden Shin will get a chance.
Jaden Shin's going to be headed to Cornell in the fall for baseball. Hit his first home run of the season in that win against Allentown.
Shin showing bunt here and gets one down the third base line. And it'll roll foul. Interesting move there by Shin, trying to catch the Ravens infield napping.
Guess he figures maybe wide, rangy outfield here at Robbinsville going to be tough to hit one out like he did on Wednesday. Try to get on base some other way.
This one to first base. Carmignani, the first baseman, a race to the bag, and is able to get there in time to get the out unassisted. A 1-2-3 inning for Luke Billings. Looks like he's starting to settle in here as Robbinsville leads it 1-0 over Hopewell as we head to the bottom of the third.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Jeffrey Blake finishing his warm-up pitches on the mound for Hopewell Valley. Bulldogs trail it 1-0 in the bottom of the third against Robbinsville. Johnny Fowler will lead things off for the Ravens, trying to extend their 10-game winning streak, their longest since the 2011 season. Tuesday at the Mayo Field at Veterans Park. First pitch from Blake misses and goes to the backstop, so 1-0 the count. To Fowler, the Ravens shortstop.
This Robbinsville team, they've certainly gotten hot at the right time. You want to be playing your best baseball in May here in the Mercer County Tournament. State playoffs coming up in just a few weeks, and the Ravens have just had it clicking on all cylinders ever since the calendar flipped, and even a little bit before that as well.
Yeah, Robbinsville coming into this game as the 4th seed, I guess you could say, is their 4th in the Central Jersey Group 3 power points. Is what a play, a diving stop by the third baseman Jaden Shin, and a throw high caught, and then on the tag is John Michael Vlasic. What a play by the Bulldogs defensively. As it was a diving stop by Shin at third base, and his throw goes high, but Vlasic able to secure it. And I think he might have even gotten the tag and the bag himself as well, but regardless, retiring Johnny Fowler, a highlight play by Hopewell to get the first out of the inning.
Vlasic certainly making up for dropping the throw from Blake last inning that allowed the run to come around to score.
So Fowler retired as Chris Napierkowski steps in now. Behind the plate for Robbinsville today. This one a pop up to the left side of the infield. Vlasic, the first baseman, will get another chance, and he's under it to make the catch for the out. Quickly 2 away for Jeffrey Blake. And the Robbinsville lineup will flip back to the top as Gavin Hopkins will step in, heads down to third base line to have a chat with head coach Mike Kinsella before he steps into the box. Fly out to center field his first time up, did Hopkins. First pitch here, misses outside. Robbinsville mentioned their win against West on Wednesday. Prior 2 games before that, a 7-4 win against Princeton and a 14-2 win against Montgomery on May 4th. So not only have they been beating teams, they've been kind of pounding teams too.
Yeah, and this isn't really a team that their MO isn't really, scoring a ton of runs, but during this 10-game win streak, they've scored double-digit runs 4 times.
That pitch in there, 4 strike to Hopkins. Yeah, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Only one time, or defensively, this is a defensive staff for Robbinsville, only one time they've allowed more than 4 runs. This one a slow roll at a first base. Vlasic again, and a diving slide head first by Gavin Hopkins, just trying to beat him to the bag, but Vlasic able to get there by a couple steps to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning in order for Hopewell Valley defensively in the bottom of the third. Through 3, Robbinsville leads it 1-0.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. For over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory, including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. No market adjustments on any car in stock. Get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will buy your vehicle even if you don't purchase a car. Fast payment, top dollar, paid for your car. Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple, and the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Alongside Jordan Hirsch, I'm Andrew Myers. Thanks for tuning in to this WVCB Sports Network broadcast of the Mercer County Tournament quarterfinals between Robbinsville and Hopewell. Ravens leading it 1-0. It's Luke Billings back on the mound after a 1-2-3 third inning in his first pitch of the fourth in there. 4 strike to Jeffrey Blake, his pitching counterpart today. Ground out to shortstop for Blake in his first plate appearance. Pair of strikeouts in that 1-2-3 third for Billings. He's up to 3 total in this game. So that one fouled back out of play. And Blake behind 1-2. It'll be Blake, Echternach, and Jacob Shin, 3-4-5 hitters at this inning for Hopewell. One-two off the end of the bat. Slow roller foul down the third base line. Luke Billings coming in this game with 6 consecutive quality starts dating back to his final outing last season. That pitch just misses outside. And he's allowed just 3 earned runs across his last 6 starts. This one poked the opposite way, going to get into right field. Could be a play at first base, though. Coming up firing, and a one-hopper not in time. Heck of a attempt there by Gavin Hopkins in right field. That was a hard-hit ball. Got to him quickly, but Jeffrey Blake able to leg it out.
And not very often do you see that play work successfully. I was actually at a Steinert softball game on Thursday where Steinert did execute that play, a 9-3 put-out. And it was a big one, too, as it actually ended up kind of slowing a rally. But Hopkins just a little late with that throw, and second time Hopewell Valley's had the leadoff man on.
And that play on a softball field, you think it'd be a little harder, right, with the smaller diamond and, you know, closer to home plate to first base. But must have been a heck of a play there by the Steinert softball team as Blake Echternach steps in now. Billings gives him a throw over, see if he'll do it again. Long pause for Billings on the mound here. He'll take it home, though, and that pitch misses low. Echternach had the lone hit to that point before Jeffrey Blake's single there for Hopewell. Leadoff single for him in the second inning. Billings another check. And Blake back safely. Blake now taking off for second. That pitch misses, I think, and that throw, goes high over second base, so sliding in safely as Blake pitches actually a strike at the plate. Delayed call there by the home plate umpire. So 1-1 the count to Echternach as Blake swipes second base. Fourth steal of the season for Jeffrey Blake. Time is called. We mentioned Robbinsville with 38 stolen bases this year in 18 games. That the 44th stolen base for Hopewell this season. As that pitch just misses low. Thought it was a strike. Did the catcher Napierkowski get a little hesitation throwing it back to the mound. So 2 on the count to Echternach. Extended his hitting streak his on base streak to 19 games with that second inning single. And that one misses and goes all the way to the backstop, and Blake will get to third base. Time called here is got a quick meeting on the mound as Dylan Carmignani, the first baseman, going to go have a chat with Billings.
Yeah, Billings has definitely been a different pitcher when runners have gotten on base. That's the third time he's spiked a pitch with a runner on.
That pitch in there for a strike to Echternach. 2-2 the count now. And a called strike 3 as Echternach's down looking. Billings starting to work it here and paint the plate here in a big out number 1.
Looked like a front door breaking ball. Bit of a delayed call behind the plate by the home plate umpire, but that's a big first out. And Robbinsville's going to keep their infield in, knowing that runs are at a premium today.
So that first pitch misses low to Jacob Shin. And it's actually Tyler Yadamick out there on the base paths. Guess he's courtesy running for the pitcher Jeffrey Blake, so he's out there at third base representing the tying run for Hopewell.
Yadamick, another.
This 1-0 within a no, it's going to be a foul ball. Billings can't believe it. It looks like the umpire pointing to somewhere around the mound, or excuse me, around the plate. Can't quite tell. Maybe that was Shin. We're not sure.
That's good right there, Andrew. It's to really take a big step forward in trying to work out of this jam.
Yeah, Tyler Bennell, the third baseman, quickly coming in on that one, and it looked like they were definitely going to have a play at home.
And I think that kind of gives up maybe some of Hopewell's strategy, too, as now Robbinsville knows that Yadamick will be off on contact.
Billings' breaking ball catches the zone. Beautiful pitch there. And the count runs to 2-2 on Jacob Shin.
And after Shin, just got to find any way to put a ball in play. Runner on third, nobody out. Echternach not able to drive him home, and if Shin goes down on strikes, Billings gets that confidence level raised.
That pitch misses. Count runs full 3-2 now. Third full count of the day for Billings. Got strikeouts in the previous two. See what he does here. The 3-2 pitch. Chopper to the right side. It skips off the second baseman, Keating's glove, and leaks towards center field. A run comes in to score. And a hard hit ball in play from Jacob Shin. Gets the job done, and Hopewell ties things up at 1.
Not sure if Keating would have had a play at the plate with Yadamick going on contact. It would have been close. Would have been an interesting decision to see if he... And a great job by Hopewell Valley to manufacture a run across and tie this game.
Jacob Shin now taking off for second base. And that pitch goes to the backstop. So no throw as Shin is into second standing.
Yeah, surprised to see Billings now struggling this much when runners reach base. He's throwing a lot of pitches low in the dirt. Another one that gets away. It's second wild pitch of the inning. And if you're Hopewell Valley, you got to recognize that and do anything you can to get aboard here.
Michael Vlasic, 2-0 the count to Hopewell's first baseman. First strikeout victim of the day for Billings. Back in the 2-0 again, almost the same spot as the last pitch, but a last pitch.
From here,
And the counter run full. A lot of pitches this inning for Billings. He threw 113 in his last outing. So they'll certainly allow him to go deep into ball games. Back-to-back full counts for Billings, and this 3-2 is poked the opposite way. Dylan Carmignani, the first baseman, able to make the catch off the line and a big out number 2. Keeps Jacob Shin put at second base. And now with two away, big chance for Brandon Hoppy, the Hopewell right fielder. Hoppy reached base via fielder's choice in his first plate appearance. First pitch to him there, misses inside. 1-0 the count.
He's been a little shaky with that slider. Another one well off the plate, and Hopewell Valley's done a nice job not fishing and just swinging at their pitch.
Hoppy had a hit and a walk against Robbinsville back in 2022. He was the only Bulldog to reach base multiple times in that game off Billings. This one, a fly ball to center field, tracking back is Schwartz, and he's under it to make the catch to retire the side, but not before Hopewell brings things even at one. Jacob Shin, hard hit ball to second base, drives in the runner from third, and Hopewell ties things 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesday Dollar Dog Nights, and Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. You can hear our own Mike Warren calling games for the Thunder this summer. Their main play-by-play man over. First pitch to Noah Schwartz. Misses, I believe. I didn't see a signal there from the home plate umpire. Looked good from our vantage point.
Schwartz just a .214 average entering this game, but a team-high 14 RBIs. Trying to be the table setter here in the fourth.
Yeah, the Ravens been sticking with him in the two-hole. Had a big game against West on Wednesday. A pair of hits, scored a pair of runs, drove in an RBI, and he was on base 4 times in that contest. One catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Schwartz, Luke Billings, and Matt Boss, the 2-3-4 hitters, due up for Robbinsville in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-2 misses the zone. Good take from Schwartz. The 2-2 misses inside, so Schwartz able to battle back. 1-2, and the count runs full to the leadoff hitter in this bottom of the fourth. Payoff pitch from Blake off the end of the bat, fouled out of play. Schwartz with a fly out to right field in his first time up.
Not sure if that's coming over our mic, but the dogs are barking out in center field, and dogs of some Robbinsville fans, maybe traitors, the Bulldogs.
This one, a diving stop by the first baseman Vlasic. A toss to Blake at first, and it goes off the glove of the Hopewell Valley pitcher, falling into fair territory. And they're going to tag him and say he was out. Yes, as it was Noah Schwartz, and he's down holding his arm, it looks like.
Well, that just went from bad to worse for Schwartz. He had tripped going over first base, and hopefully he's okay. But when he tripped, he ended up making a move towards second, and that's why they were able to go and tag him out.
I didn't see quite who was the one who made the tag there to get the out. So there was a convergence of Bulldogs there at first base. Mike Kinsella, the Robbinsville head coach, having a chat with the field umpire. And a tough break there for Robbinsville and Noah Schwartz. It's a nice play by Vlasic at first base, diving stop to keep it in front of him, and then Blake heading to first. The throw goes off his glove, kind of takes him the opposite way. And I'm not sure if Schwartz tripped over the bag or tripped over Blake maybe. But nonetheless, he falls into fair territory. And some hesitation getting back to the bag. And Hopewell, nice job heads up wise to make the play and retire Schwartz. So leadoff batter is retired for Hopewell, or excuse me, for Robbinsville in the bottom of the fourth. And now Luke Billings will step in and try to help his cause. And Billings showing bunt late there. Blake slips off the mound, and a beautiful bunt from Billings as he trots his way down the first base line.
Well, that certainly caught Blake by surprise. Wasn't ready for maybe the number 3 hole hitter with an average up over 300 to lay one down. We're going to get a courtesy runner.
And it looks like Billings is favoring himself a little bit here as he heads back to the dugout. That'll certainly be something to keep an eye on. Not shocking that they're courtesy running for him since he's the pitcher, but still coming off with a bit of a limp, it looks like. So keep an eye on that and see if Billings will remain in this game. Presumably he would.
You would hope if you're Robbinsville, not a guy you want to go down in Luke Billings.
That pitch gets away from the catcher Otterbay, and taking off for second base, getting in there safely is the courtesy runner Nick Wizakowski, excuse me. So Wizakowski in scoring position now after that pass ball. Matt Boss at the plate. He scored the lone run of the game for Robbinsville. Trying to drive into second here for the Ravens. Long look at the runner at second. He'll take it home, and that pitch misses low. Two-0 the count to Boss. And what a turnaround it's been for Matt Boss. He had a 111 batting average last season as a sophomore, and this year coming into this game a 364 average. That pitch misses low, and the count runs 3-0. Not many times you see a guy with a 111 batting average the year prior hitting in the cleanup spot for one of the premier programs in Mercer County. 3-0 misses low to Boss, and he reaches base with a 4-pitch walk. Some frustration perhaps for Jeffrey Blake on the mound. That's with one away now and 2 on. Dylan Carmignani will step to the plate. Well, not before we get ourselves a mound visit here. The Bulldogs infield will step into the mound to have a chat. Don't forget, folks, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week is the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. I have to believe a mound visit is kind of a rare occasion for Jeffrey Blake out there on the mound. And I guess you could say the same for Luke Billings for Robbinsville, the way they've been pitching this season. But in a game like this, doesn't hurt to give your pitcher and infield some more instruction.
Yeah, and kind of a lengthy mound visit there, too. And I think you're right, probably going over not just trying to have Blake settle down in this one game, but also talk to the infield. Hey, what do we do on a ball in the outfield, ground ball? We go into third, we go into second. Every little thing matters in a game that's been as close as this, especially in the Mercer County Tournament.
For sure. So Dylan Carmignani at the plate now, 2-0 and 1 away in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch in there for strike to Carmignani. Sacrifice bunt his first time up, moving the runner over to third base, and that worked out for Robbinsville. As Grayson Hopkins followed that with an RBI single to give them a 1-0 lead. That happened in the second inning. That pitch misses low, taking off as both runners. Wizakowski advances to third base, Boss over to second base. And an RBI opportunity just got even bigger for Carmignani at the plate.
Now the Bulldogs, they're going to bring their infield in. And now if you're Blake, got to try to either obviously get a strikeout or induce a ground ball right at one of these infielders, because if it gets through, two are going to score.
Pitch misses high, 2-1. Pressure pitches coming here from Jeffrey Blake. A time called by Carmignani at the plate. Blake gets the sign. Sets and deals the 1-1. And that pitch misses low. Excuse me, that was a 2-1, so now 3-1 the count to Carmignani. He's really in the driver's seat here.
You got to be careful open base at first. You don't want to give him anything he can drive with a chance to. If you were to walk him, it would put the double play back in order. Definitely wouldn't be the worst thing for Blake out there on the mound.
See what he gives him at 3-1. Showing bunt here is Carmignani taking off for home plate and sliding in safely. That ball's rolling down the first base line. And it's going to be a foul ball.
Heads up play by John Michael Vlasic to let that one roll foul. Suicide squeeze attempt that nearly worked to perfection.
Carmignani, earlier in this at bat, I think it was either the third or fourth pitch, kind of waved his bat for a brief moment and got Vlasic, the first baseman, to jog in before pulling back. That was before Blake even offered the pitch. That time, as Blake is winding up, he offers a bunt, and almost it works to perfection for Robbinsville. But now the count runs full. Runner still on second and third. 3-2, swing and a miss as he powers that one past Carmignani at a huge out number 2.
And that's where that suicide squeeze attempt really ends up hurting Robbinsville, because you end up giving up a strike. And Blake, with as good as he is out on the mound, you don't want to give in any extra pitches. And now 1 out away from getting out of this jam and keeping it tied.
Small ball's been the name of the game for both these offenses so far today, and now 2 away as Grayson Hopkins steps in. Hopkins drove in the run for Robbinsville in the second inning. He poked an 0-1 single right back up the middle. That pitch misses low, gets away from the catcher, and coming in to score from third base is Wiskowski. And Robbinsville regains the lead. It's 2-1.
Wild pitches proving to be the difference right now for both teams. Can't make that type of mistake in a game like this. You don't want to give either team any extra runs. And now both teams have been able to take advantage on some balls to the backstop.
So that one gets off the glove of the catcher, Ryan Otterbray. So a 2-1 lead now for Robbinsville. Boss advances to third base, and that pitch in there for strike. Wild pitch is becoming a factor in this Mercer County tournament. You were at the game yesterday. Lawrence, the number 1 seed, grabbing a win via wild pitch. That pitch in there for strike to Grayson Hopkins. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, how about that game over at Lawrence yesterday? Nothing game until the 9th against Pennington. And it was funny because the pitch before that wild pitch that ended up being the difference was a heck of a block by the Pennington catcher to keep the runner at third. And on that second one, though, really had no chance. The ball kind of skipped off the plate, stayed down. Nothing he could have done. And Lawrence Cardinals, they just find ways to win.
Yeah, the Cardiac Cardinals, as they've been coined this season, number 1 seed in the Mercer County Tournament. That pitch misses low. And they'll take on the winner of the Hightstown-Allentown game. It's taking place today as well.
Yeah, last year in the Mercer County Tournament, Allentown beating Hopewell Valley and Lawrence en route to an MCT title.
2-2 gets away from Blake. Good take from Hopkins, and the count runs full. 4th 3-ball count of the inning for Jeffrey Blake. And time is called once again by Hopkins. Tyler Bonnell would be next. He takes his warm-up packs in the on-deck circle. 3-2 the count to Grayson Hopkins. Blake sets and deals. Just want to chop her back to the mound. Blake to the right of the mound, able to make the play. And it goes off the glove of Vlasic at first base, and another run comes in to score. Not the first time we saw that happen today. Blake trying to make a play off the mound, tosses it to first, and it goes off the glove of John Michael Vlasic. And how costly could that be?
Yeah, now defense starting to become an issue for Hopewell Valley. First time we saw that in the second, allowing the runner to reach base, come around to score, and now this time directly leading to a run. And if you're Hopewell Valley, you got to be able to clean this up, because now down 3-1 with Billings on the mound. At least we hope, after he'd left in this inning a little gingerly, but I mean, a 2-run lead, if he's able to go back out there, I mean, a guy that's only allowed now 4 earned runs all season, and he's got 3 now to work with in this game.
Luke Billings hit second in this inning, reached base. A big swing and a miss there to pitch outside the zone from Tyler Bonello. 1 the count now. Billings reached base with an infield single, and then they courtesy ran for him, and he looked like he was limping coming off the field and back into the dugout. He's had ample time to recover a little bit, though, if it was just a tweak of something. So we would assume that he's going to head back out there on the mound for Robbinsville. The Ravens could be on a little bit more, though, here, as they've already scored 2 in this inning to retake the lead, 3-1 now. 2 away with Grayson Hopkins at first base. And the 0-1 catches the zone for strike to Tyler Burnell. It's 0-2. Blake delivers a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Robbinsville is retired, but the Ravens squeak 2 more across in the inning. Some small ball works to perfection for Robbinsville. Through 4, they lead it 3-1 over Hopewell.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Today's Hopewell Valley game is being supported by John M. Vlasic Jr., founder of Vlasic and Cassidy Attorneys at Law in Hamilton Township, and one of New Jersey's top-rated attorneys and certified as a civil trial attorney specializing in personal injury, workers' compensation, employment matters, and class action litigation. For more information, call 609-599-3400. Vlasic and Cassidy hope you enjoy today's game. And a big development here in this MCT quarterfinal matchup between Robbinsville and Hopewell. 3-1 lead for Robbinsville as we head to the fifth inning. And we got a new arm on the mound for the Ravens, Jordan, as Luke Billings' day is done after 4 innings.
Yeah, not what you want to see after it looked like he left with some type of an injury on the base paths in the top half or in the bottom half of the fourth. And now Noah Schwartz will be the new arm out of the pen for Robbinsville. Comes in with a 1.80 ERA in 23 1/3 innings, giving up just 10 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned, 24 strikeouts, so a little bit more than a strikeout per inning pitched. Robbinsville team, one of the best teams in the county on the mound, and Billings goes down, and you just bring another guy in that's got a sub-2 ERA.
Yeah, kind of the name of the game this year for Robbinsville, huh? Billings is the head guy, but they got plenty of dudes behind him who can get outs, and now it's Noah Schwartz who shifted over to center field to take it, or excuse me, Schwartz is on the mound, and it's Gavin Hopkins who shifted over from right field to center to make the catch.
Change positions, and the ball will find you on the first
sir.
pitch.
Yes, sir. So Chase Garrow, the one who flies out there to Gavin Hopkins in center field. All right, trying to get my bearings here to make sure we got the defense right. Grayson Hopkins sticking in left field, that's right. And then Wiskowski, who pinch ran, or we thought was courtesy running for Billings, steps in now, and he plays right field. That first pitch in there for strike to Ryan Otterbray. So we wish all the best to Luke Billings. Hopefully it's a quick recovery for whatever he tweaked there running down the first base line.
Now there is some action in the Hopewell Valley bullpen. Number 15.
Just swing and a miss there on Ryan Otterbray, so 1-2 the count. Schwartz looking to put him in the book here. This one a chopper to the right side of the infield, and the second baseman with it. 2 firsts for the out. That's Keating at second base for the out. 4-3 on the put out. And that's Blake Echternack warming up in the pen for Hopewell. We thought we would see him today on the mound at some point. And we'll see if the fifth inning is Jeffrey Blake's or if they turn to Echternack right away. 2 away for Hopewell offensively. And now we got time called here as Owen Langle, the leadoff man, is going to have a chat. So a big development for Robbinsville, not only in this game, for the rest of this Mercer County Tournament.
And you hope that it's something minor, because
Absolutely.
Luke Billings, who's going to be headed to Wake Forest in the fall, and obviously Wake Forest has become really just a pitching oasis over the last handful of seasons. And you hope whatever he was taken out for is just something minor and he can get right back up on the mound in a few days. Especially with the end of the season coming up here and the state playoffs in just a couple of weeks.
1-0 the count to Owen Lengel as the lefty Schwartz delivers, and that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. As Hector Knack makes his way back to the Hopewell dugout from the pen. That pitch misses high. 2-1 the count to Lengel. 0 for 2 today is the Hopewell leadoff man. He was hitless against Allentown on Wednesday as well. 2-1 misses away, and he's in the driver's seat now with a 3-1 count. Four straight Hopewell batters retired. Schwartz looking for the 1-2-3 inning in relief, and he won't get it as Allen plunks Owen Lengel in the back. Would have been ball 4 anyway. So a 2-out base runner for Hopewell. And now the third baseman, Jaden Shin, will step in. Shin's reached base in every game so far this season coming into this contest, 0 for 2 today. And you take it back to last year, a 20-game on-base streak for Shin. Throw over to first base, not in time as they check on Lengel. Lengel certainly not afraid to swipe it back. 11 steals this season for the Bulldogs, the leadoff man, and they would have had him, I think, with a clean catch and throw there as pickoff attempt, and Dylan Carmignani at first base just off the end of the glove there.
Yeah, Owen Lengel, he's the team leader in stolen bases. And they had him in between steps, and you saw Schwartz frustrated that that ball went off his first baseman's glove. Would have been close.
Delivers that one for a ball to Shin. 1-0 the count. This one a fly ball to right field, tracking back, and he's not going to get to it as it one hops over the fence for a ground rule double, and that's a break for Robbinsville there. As Jaden Shin grabs himself a ground rule double. Taking off on the pitch and the speed that Lengel has, surely he was going to come around to score there, or at least attempt to score from first base, but the ground rule double gives him just 2 bases.
Yeah, so, just bad luck for Hopewell Valley because, I mean, it would have definitely played a run, and you never know. Shin could have ended up at third on that one. That ball was driven. I didn't think a ball had any chance to go out here today, and that one nearly did.
Yeah, bouncing a couple of feet in front of this right field fence, in front of, or behind, I should say, Wisakowski. And now a huge, huge at-bat here for Jeffrey Blake, whose day could possibly be done on the mound. But he's going to get a shot to help out the Bulldogs at the plate here. 2 in scoring position, Lengel at third, Jaden Shin at second base. 2 away in a 2-run ball game. Top of the 5th as that pitch misses inside. 1-0 to Blake.
Yeah, and Blake, if his day is indeed done, he'd be in line for the loss. But a single here, he'd be able to get himself off the hook.
Lefty Schwartz deals the 1-0. This one foul down the third base line. Blake, a leadoff single in the 4th inning, came around to score. Only run of the day for Hopewell to this point. I should say his courtesy runner came around to score. Blake, the pitcher, was ran for after that single. One fouled back. And a big pitch coming here off the left arm of Noah Schwartz. Stepped in relief of Luke Billings, who tossed 4 innings of 1-run ball and then was pulled after it looked like he tweaked something running down first base. Schwartz sets and deals the 1-2. Swinging a drive to left field, tracking back on it is Hopkins, still going back and making the catch a couple steps in front of the fence is Grayson Hopkins. Almost gave it all he could, was Jeffrey Blake there, but Hopkins able to secure it, and a huge final out of this top of the 5th inning as Noah Schwartz gets out of the jam. Hopewell strains 2. Robbinsville leads it 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. I'm sure Italian Peoples will get plenty of orders for tomorrow, Mother's Day. Tomorrow, a shout out to all the moms out there and just all the women in general in our lives who are making things easier for us men. Bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 lead for Robbinsville over Hopewell. The Bulldogs straining 2 in scoring position in the top half of this inning. Prime opportunity to cut into this 2-run lead off of Noah Schwartz, who's come in relief of Luke Billings. And Hopewell will follow suit as their starter Jeffrey Blake done after 4 innings, and it'll be the shortstop Blake Echternacht who will come in and presumably try to get these final 9 outs, or 6 outs for Hopewell as they trail it right now. And he'll face the 8-9 one-hitters for Robbinsville as that first pitch in there for strike on the inside corner to Johnny Fowler.
Echternacht comes in a 3.04 ERA in 27 2/3 innings, 27 hits, 12 earned runs, 35 strikeouts for the righty.
Echternacht and Blake doing the bulk of the pitching for this Hopewell team. Top 2 in the team in innings pitched. Is that one in there for strike to Fowler. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, Blake has now thrown over 500 pitches this season. Echternacht now 15 away and make that 16. Or make that 14 now away.
Fouled off the bat of Johnny Fowler. Ground out to third base. His first at-bat did Fowler. And he struggled with the bat in his hand as of late. Just 3 hits across his last 10 games coming into this contest. He gives this one a ride to left field. Coming in on a diving attempt. I don't think he made the catch. And no, yes, they're going to say that it did hit the ground. Looked like from our angle that he kind of trapped it there. It's the right fielder, Yadowick. So Fowler reaches base with a leadoff single. And now the Ravens catcher, Chris Naparkowski, will step in. Great attempt there by Yadowick to try to make that play in left field, Showing bump, then pulling it back as that ball crosses for a ball is Naparkowski. And another arm arm getting loose in the Robbinsville bullpen. It's Dylan Carmignani, the first baseman. The righty on the mound. Check over to the runner at first base, not in time. We thought we'd have a pitcher's duel on our hands today with Jeffrey Blake and Luke Billings. And both of them gone in the fifth inning. Don't think anybody had that on their bingo card today. So that pitch misses low again, showing bunt is Naprikowski.
Yeah, and both of them were really good while they were in. Struggled a little bit with runners on base. I don't think Billings or Blake may be as sharp as they typically are. They were both certainly good enough to put each team now in a good position to win. Obviously, Robbinsville on top, Hopewell Valley trailing by just 2.
And that pitch called a foul ball by the home plate umpire, as showing bunt there was Naprikowski, and the pitch really went to him, towards him, so kind of had to defend himself there, and that ball popped off the bat into foul territory. He's having a chat, although I thought he was going to have a chat with the home plate umpire there.
I think just based off of Naprikowski's reaction, the home plate umpire got that one right.
Right.
Because I think if that ball did catch him where it looked like it would have caught him probably upper back and a fastball, I think he would have had a little bit of a different reaction.
Yeah, he did try to sell it, but he wasn't really, acting like he was in pain or anything like that. So, good call by the home plate umpire, and that pitch misses outside. 3-1 the count now to Naprikowski. And with the top of the lineup on deck, you don't want to be issuing free passes here if you're Echternach. Got to give Naprikowski a strike. He shows bunt, and he does get it down. They'll go to second base for it, 4-1 out, and a beautiful play off the mound by Echternach, the shortstop today to start. Him and Blake switching places, so it was Echternach to Blake to get the put out at second base, and the bunt is snuffed out.
Heads up play, too. I was expecting that one just to go to first, and another courtesy runner coming out here for Robbinsville. But, I mean, really heads up play. You get the lead runner. And keep a runner out of scoring position as well.
So big play there off the mound from Blake Echternach. And now the leadoff hitter Gavin Hopkins will step in. And that one gets past the catcher Otterbay to the backstop and taken off for second base. In there safely is the courtesy runner Dylan Galizio.
And how big now is that play by Echternach to go to second, as he would have had a runner 90 feet away.
Instead of second and third, or just runner on third, now runner on second with one away. And an RBI opportunity for Gavin Hopkins. Hopkins gives that one a ride, and that will drop past Blake into center field. And a throw to third base is a bang-bang play. Now going to second base as aggressive base running is paying off for Robbinsville, and they'll get their 4th run of the game. The Ravens staying aggressive on the base paths. And coming around to score is the courtesy runner Galizio to make it a 4-1 lead, and over to third base goes goes Gavin Hopkins.
Yeah, just more defensive troubles now for Hopewell Valley. Haven't been sharp in the field all game, and it's led to now at least 1 run in this inning. Probably a play there at third base. You want to just eat it and make sure at least a runner doesn't score. You'd have third and second. And now instead a run across the plate and another run 90 feet away.
So Gavin Hopkins over at third base now. He's the one who put the ball in play, infield in for Hopewell, trying to keep it a 3-run game. This one goes to first to Vlasic. They will hold the runner at third base, and Vlasic a great job of reacting there, and he's able to get over and apply the tag to Schwartz at first. Great heads-up play there by the Bulldogs' first baseman. So it'll be 3 unassisted on the punt out to Schwartz. And now stepping in for his first at-bat of the day is Nick Wizakowski. Wizakowski stepping into the left-handed batter's box. And he's first pitch swinging that one down the first baseline. It gets past the diving Vlasic. And coming in to score is Gavin Hopkins. A big piece of two-out hitting off the bat of Nick Wizakowski as he drives in a run, and Robbinsville leads it 5-1. Great moment there for Nick Wizakowski coming into this game with just 7 at-bats, 1 hit on the season. He was the courtesy runner for Luke Billings, who turned into a pinch runner. And his first plate appearance of the day, he drives in a run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And Robbinsville has added 2 so far. It's now 5-1.
And that's big because that's kind of a backbreaker for Hopewell Valley, a guy who only had 1 hit on the season coming in. First at bat of the game, and he's able to just lace it down the right field line.
Yeah, busy inning for John Michael Vlasic at first base. You see the front of his jersey covered in dirt. Good attempt by him there, but unable to keep it in front of him. And another run for Robbinsville. That pitch misses low. 1-1 the count to Matt Boss. Scored twice today for the Ravens. Doesn't have a hit, though. Reached base on an error in the second. Walked in the fourth. Extending his on-base streak to 11 games. Taking off now is Wizakowski, and a hit and run there. Not sure if it was called a hit and run, but late swing by Boss as he fouls that one back, and it's 1-2.
I would think that was probably put on by the dugout because Wizakowski had that one stolen out there at second base.
Another arm getting loose in the Hopewell pen. Looks like Eddie Keating, the starting second baseman today. Check over at the runner on first by Hector Nacht.
Well, if it is Eddie Keating, it would be his first appearance of the year.
I believe I have that number right out there, number 3 there, as that pitch fouled back out of play.
I guess maybe Ken Harrison trying to save some of his arms for the later parts of the season, because obviously Hopewell Valley, if they were to lose here, season's still not over. You still got to keep some of your normal pitchers fresh.
Fly ball to shallow right field, or actually going to stay in the infield, and tracking back, twisting all the way around is John Michael Vlasic, and he's able to get under it to make the catch. Busy inning for the Bulldogs first baseman, and he's able to secure that final out in the bottom of the 5th, but not before Robbinsville brings in 2 more runs. They've scored a pair of runs in back-to-back innings, and they take a 5-1 lead into the 6th against Hopewell.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. 6th inning of action here at Robbinsville High School. Ravens leading the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs 5-1. Alongside Jordan Hirsch, I'm Andrew Myers. Mercer County Tournament quarterfinal action. 3 games in play today after 1 yesterday. All 4 were scheduled for yesterday, but 3 of them getting postponed. top-seeded Lawrence Cardinals grabbing a 1-0 win over Pennington yesterday. So they'll get an extra day off. Although they'll probably have a game in between there. A lot of these teams having games scheduled. Not sure if they're going to keep them on the schedule. It's the first pitch from Noah Schwartz in there for strike to Blake Echternacht. Busy and exciting times, though, around Mercer County when the tournament comes rolling around for any sport. Pitch misses high. 1-1 the count to Echternacht, who started the game at shortstop for Hopewell. He took over on the mound for Jeffrey Blake after 4 innings, just as Noah Schwartz did for Luke Billings in Robbinsville. Second inning of work on the mound for Schwartz. Schwartz retired the first 2 Bulldogs he faced in the top of the 5th. And he plunked Owen Lengel, allowed a double to Jaden Shin. That really probably could have played it a run, but it bounced over the fence for a ground rule double, so a huge break for Robbinsville there. And then able to keep those 2 runners stranded as he gets Jeffrey Blake to fly out to end last inning. Saw Dylan Carmignani, the first baseman for Robbinsville, warming up in the pen in the last half inning. But I believe they're going to keep, I would assume they're going to keep Schwartz on the mound here, as long as he doesn't run into trouble. Possibly close this thing out. 2-2 the count to Blake Echternacht. Schwartz sets and deals. Just want a fly ball down the first baseline. Giving it a look is Carmignani and Wiskowski, and that one's going to drop into the stands. Echternacht will be followed by Jacob Shin and John Michael Vlasic. Bulldogs run out of outs here, just 6 to work with. And they now face their biggest deficit of the day at 5-1. 2-2, towering fly ball behind the mound. Coming in is the shortstop, Fowler, and he will make the catch. Echternacht retired for the second time today, and in steps Jacob Shin. Busy day today at Robbinsville. Got a track meet to the right of us on the turf field in the track. Swing and a miss. Or Jacob Shin. Shin's reached base now in 8 consecutive games. He's been on base in 17 of 19 contests this season. He gives this one a ride to right center field. It's Wisikowski, the right fielder, calling off Hopkins, and he'll make the catch. 2 away now. And now the Bulldogs' first baseman, John Michael Vlasic, will step in. 0 for 2 today is Vlasic. Had a 5-game hitting streak coming into this contest.
Ever since Billings came out of the game, Hopewell Valley's done a better job of elevating the baseball. They've run into some bad luck, though, some long fly ball outs. Of course, the ground rule double. Got to find a way to get guys on, though.
Hopewell all day, even off of Billings, are putting the ball in play. Billings had just 4 strikeouts in his 4 innings of work. So that pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 to Vlasic. Two-1 now as it misses high from Schwartz. Winner of this matchup will move on to face the winner of Hun and Notre Dame. 2-7 matchup between those 2 schools. Swing and a miss. A healthy hack there from Vlasic. And he's unable to make contact with that one, and it's now 2-2. 2-2 from Schwartz off the end of the bat to almost directly to Gavin Hopkins in center field. A great positioning there from the Ravens center fielder, and he's able to make the catch to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning on the mound for Noah Schwartz, as Robbinsville's going to try to add to their 4-run lead. It's 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the sixth.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Today's Hopewell Valley game is being supported by John M. Vlasic Jr., founder of Vlasic and Cassidy Attorneys at Law in Hamilton Township, and one of the New Jersey's top-rated attorneys and certified as a civil trial attorney specializing in personal injury, workers' compensation, employment matters, and class action litigation. For more information, call 609-599-3400. Vlasic and Cassidy, hope you enjoyed today's game. Bottom of the sixth inning between Robbinsville and Hopewell. 5-1 lead for the Ravens in this MCT quarterfinal matchup. First pitch from Blake Echternack to Dylan Carmignani misses inside. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Ravens. Second inning of work in relief on the mound for Echternack as that pitch misses high. Echternack allowing a pair of runs in his first inning of work. He finds himself behind 3-0 on Dylan Carmignani. Carmignani, a sacrifice in his first plate appearance, struck out in the fourth. And he'll take that one all the way as it catches the inside corner, a 3-1.
Echternack just got to find a way to hold it here. 4 runs, certainly not unovercomable.
That pitch in there for a strike. Count runs full now, 3-2. If you're Hopewell, just 3 outs to work with now. Really just want to keep this at a 4-run ball game. Do your job defensively and then hope for a 7th inning rally.
Still one of the highest powered offenses in the CVC, and if you can keep it at 4, give yourself a chance. They've certainly had many innings this season where they've scored 4 or more runs.
And the 3-2 payoff pitch misses high. Carmignani is able to work a leadoff walk and a leadoff base runner for Robbinsville. And we mentioned a couple times throughout this broadcast how hot the Bulldogs offense has been coming into this contest. 48 runs scored in their last 5 games coming into this game, 9.6 runs per game. And they've got just 1 through 6 innings today, which I guess we somewhat expected against a pitcher of Luke Billings' caliber, but Billings lasting just 4 innings. And Hopewell still unable to squeak a run across in the 5th and 6th. Off of Noah Schwartz as that pitch misses high to Grayson Hopkins.
And Robbinsville looking for their 10th home win of the season, have yet to lose here at this ballpark. Hopewell Valley 3-3 on the road.
1-0 showing Bunnis Hopkins, and he gets it down in front of the mound. It'll be Echternack, the pitcher, to throw it, and it gets past the first baseman Vlasic. Carmignani strides into third base, heads up base running by him. And the bunt works out for Grayson Hopkins, as not only does he get Carmignani in scoring position, but he's able to get on base himself.
Would have been a close play over there at first, but again, another low throw. We've seen that a lot for this Hopewell Valley defense. It's really all been the infield, and the guys out on the mound have not had a great day throwing the ball to other bases other than home. John Michael Vlasic has certainly been tested over there at first.
Yeah, saw a couple throws from Jeffrey Blake, the starter on the mound for Hopewell today. Nick off the glove of Vlasic. That one, really no chance for Vlasic. Ekternak had to make a tough play, and really it was a perfect strike. Maybe he still wouldn't even have gotten the base runner. But nonetheless, able to reach base. And a lengthy chat on the mound here for Hopewell. Thought we were possibly going to see a pitching change, but looks like they're going to keep Ekternak on the mound. As we saw the second baseman Eddie Keating warming up in the pen last inning. Meeting has dispersed, and now Tyler Bunnell will get his third chance at the mound today, at the plate today. Pair of strikeouts for the Robbinsville third baseman. Swing and a miss from Bunnell.
Yeah, big swing and a miss from Bunnell. Runners in the corners. Don't want to try to do too much, just put one in play. Infield is in, and if you're Robbinsville, just finding a way to extend the lead now is big because they still have to contend with Hopewell Valley in their offense.
Faked third to first move there from Ekternak. Doesn't release the ball, though. Carmignani at third, Grayson Hopkins at first base. And now we got another timeout as Hopewell's catcher Ryan Otterbray having a talk with Ken Harrison, the head coach. Not sure if it's a equipment issue or he might have felt something throwing that ball back. And remaining in the ball game, looks like he's holding his left wrist. I'm not sure. Oh no, he's going for signs now here. Not sure what that was about. But Otterbray will stay in the ball game. 0-1 the count to Tyler Bunnell. And that breaking ball doesn't break too much as Bunnell is just spin out of the way of it. 1-1 the count. Bunnell come into this game with a hit in 3 straight contests. 0 for 2 today. That pitch misses low. First 2 batters have reached base for Robbinsville in this bottom of the 6th. Taking off, a swing and a miss on the pitch. And into second base goes Hopkins. No, strike 3 on that as Bunnell swings through that one. Hopkins gets to second base, though, and 2 in scoring position now for Robbinsville as Johnny Fowler steps to the plate. Hopewell will bring the infield in once again, trying to keep this a 4-run ball game. Pause for Ekternak. Time is called by Fowler at the plate. Fowler a single in the 5th inning. Grounded out to third base in his first at-bat. Showing bunt here and somehow still able to get that down. A pop-up caught by Ekternak. A race back to first base as everybody came converging in. Nobody was covering the bag. So perhaps a missed opportunity and a double play there, but a nice job by Echternack to field his position off the mound and grab what would have been a sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, now finally Hopewell catches a break, as they've kind of been the team on the wrong end of the luck in this one. Chance now to work out of runner on third, nobody out. If you're able to hold him there, make it so no runs come across, and try to flip any type of momentum you can back into your dugout for the Bulldogs.
The two-away now. Infield goes back to normal depth with runners on second and third. And the first pitch misses low to Chris Nabrkowski, the Ravens catcher. Reached base via fielder's choice last inning, came around to score. 2-run fifth inning for Robbinsville. They scored a pair in the fourth and had their first run of the game in the second. This one a chopper to the left side of the infield. It skips off the glove of Jeffrey Blake in the left field. One run is in to score. They're going to send Nabrkowski, and he slides in safely. Or excuse me, that's Nabrkowski who hit the ball. It was Grayson Hopkins who slides in safely, and a huge piece of two-out hitting. And a costly play there as Jeffrey Blake unable to secure it. And two more runs come across for Robbinsville. It's now 7-1.
And as quickly as the luck went on to Hopewell's side, it goes right back over to Robbinsville. Tough hop there for Blake. That ball kind of ate him up. And more two-out runs for Robbinsville. Those are just crushing, especially in this spot now. Down 7-1. I wouldn't call this one out of reach, but, 6 runs, that's very rare do you see a type of comeback like this.
So Robbinsville's now scored a pair of runs in each of the last 3 innings to break this thing open. Otterbeck keeps that one in front of him. First pitch to Gavin Hopkins, misses low. Close ball game throughout most of this one is now broken out to a 6-run deficit for Hopewell. As Robbinsville leads 7-1. And Hopewell's looking for their final out of this 6th inning. That one popped up. Looks like it'll stay in play. Third baseman, long run for him, and a collision there. Not sure if he made the catch or not. Looks like no. There's no umpires have signaled it. And we got 2 Bulldogs down on the third base line. It's the catcher, Ryan Otterbray, and the third baseman, Jaden Shin. And something you never want to see there. 2 teammates converging on a fly ball. And they bump into each other. Some frustration showing from Blake Echternack as he spikes the ball down in front of the mound. And something you never want to see here. 2 guys down for Hopewell. And we'll take a quick break here on the WBCB Sports Network in the bottom of the 6th inning of a 7-1 ball game.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season on Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesday night dog nights, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, major league fun. Bottom of the sixth inning between Robbinsville and Hopewell. Had a bit of an injury delay there. So we had a collision between the Hopewell third baseman Jaden Shin and the catcher Ryan Otterbrae, trying to catch a foul ball there on the third base side.
And it's kind of tough to tell if they took Otterbrae out of the game. Shin has been removed, though. There's a new third baseman.
Yeah, from our vantage point way out here in right center field, can't quite make out if that's Otterbrae behind the mound. I would presume that they probably took him out for precautionary reasons.
Yeah, it's number 17 over there at third, in for Jaden Shin.
That pitch misses away to Gavin Hopkins. 2-1 the count, I believe, to Gavin Hopkins. 2 away, and a runner on first base for Robbinsville. They've already scored 2 runs in this inning to lead it 7-1. So that 2-1 misses low. And that one called a strike as Hopkins spins out of the way of it, but apparently it did catch the zone from Echternacht. And the count runs full to 3-2. Echternacht looking to end things in this sixth. Not before time is called. Taking off on the pitch, and that one plunks the batter in the back. Again, it's Evan Hopkins who will reach base. Second batter today who's been plunked on a 3-2 pitch.
And another walk for Echternacht. He's struggling with his command for sure here in the sixth inning. Got to try to find a way to just bear down and get one more out.
And if you're Hopewell, you don't want to have to bring in another pitcher here to get this last out. Try to ride Echternacht, but at the same time, you don't want to get his pitch count out too much with the busy schedule coming up at the end of the regular season, and then, of course, the state tournament coming up in a couple weeks. And Echternacht, a key arm for Hopewell. And a pickoff attempt over at first base, sliding back safely is Hopkins. So we have Dylan Galizio courtesy running at second base for the catcher Naprikowski. And it's Brian Tully, the sophomore, wearing the number 12. He's out at second base now for Hopewell. Try to pick off at second base now, and sliding back safely is Galizio.
I think Blake thought he had him with that tag on the helmet. Looked like he took a couple steps back towards his dugout.
One out to Schwartz in there for strike one. Won the count now to the Robbinsville pitcher. We'll see if he remains in the ball game. Entered in relief in the fifth inning for Luke Billings after starting the game at center field. Nobody getting loose in the Robbinsville pen, though, so you would assume that the seventh is Schwartz's. 2-1 poked over the mound. Backhand by Blake, and a throw across his body to first base, and it's not in time. Tough play for Blake at short. Kind of into no man's land in center field, or excuse me, in the infield behind the mound. And Schwartz, a good runner, able to leg it out.
Just kind of plopped right down there in the grass in between second and short. And you're right, not much that Blake could have done with that. Speedy runner as well. And another courtesy runner.
So an infield single for Schwartz, and he'll be run for as the Robbinsville pitcher. As Gavin Sullivan will get a chance to run. Bases are loaded for Robbinsville with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch misses low. 8th batter of the inning for the Ravens. It's Nick Wizakowski. Wizakowski with an RBI single his last time up. That one misses high. Look out as he had to duck out of the way of that one. Hopewell will have the bottom 3 due up in the 7th. Brandon Hoppy, Chase Garrow, and Ryan Otterbray. But Otterbray might not be in this game anymore after that collision earlier in this inning. And now a check on the runner at third base after the pitch, but he's able to slide back safely. That pitch looked like it was ball 4, and Wizakowski thought it was ball 4 as well. He was trying to make his way down the line, but the home plate umpire calls him back, says not so fast.
I think everybody here at this facility thought that was ball 4 except for the home plate umpire.
And he's the only one that matters. So that one, a slow roller to the right side of the infield. It's the first baseman Vlasic with it to first. Not in time. 1 run comes in to score. A 2nd run comes in to score. Over to third base goes Gavin Sullivan, and another pair of runs comes in for Robbinsville as they now lead it 9-1.
Yeah, 4 2-out runs. They've kind of broken it open here in the 6th, and they've done it playing small ball. And the first 2 runs came across with the tough hop at short to Blake, and now 2 more here. Credit to Sullivan, just keep running, not stop at third. Now if you're Hopewell Valley, you just have to find a way to get 1 more out and get out of this inning, and they're going to bring in a new arm.
So Achternacht unable to get this final out in the 6th. And we'll get a new arm on the mound for Hopewell. In this bottom of the 6th inning, a 9-1 lead for Robbinsville. Stick with us in this MCT quarterfinal matchup.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Nine to 1 game as Robbinsville leads Hopewell Valley. This Mercer County Tournament quarterfinal matchup. They've scored 4 runs in this inning, and they're still threatening all the Ravens. As Hopewell makes a call to the bullpen. And it's Lucas Hemmer, the sophomore, coming in place of Blake Echternacht. It'll be tasked with just getting this final out in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch swinging is Matt Boss. Just want a fly ball to right field. Tracking towards the line and making the catch is Hoppy. And that will finally end things for Robbinsville in the bottom of the 6th. They bat around and score 4 more runs to take a commanding 9-1 lead. The Ravens 3 outs away from a spot in the Mercer County Tournament semifinals as we head to the 7th here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season on Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesday Dollar Dog nights, and Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. To the 7th we go at Robbinsville, as the Ravens have a commanding 9-1 lead over the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. Noah Schwartz will remain on the mound to try to close things out. Close ball game through 4 innings, a 3-1 lead for Robbinsville through 4, and then they've added 5 runs in the last 2 innings. And now find themselves 3 outs away from a spot in the Mercer County Tournament semifinal, scheduled to be played on Tuesday. First pitch swinging is Brandon Hoppy, and he'll foul that one back out of play. Hoppy, Garrow, and the 9-hole hitter for Hopewell. It was Ryan Otterbright, but the Bulldogs catcher had a collision in that last inning. Weren't quite able to make out if he remained in the game or not. So we could be having a mystery hitter. That's the 3-hole hitter, or the 3rd hitter in this inning for Hope. Check swing there, and a bouncer off the lip of the grass, to second base in time for the out. That's Keating to make the play, as Hoppy is retired, 1 away.
And that kind of big hop, I think, kind of ended up helping Keating. Ended up giving him a nice, comfortable bounce to make that play.
So 1 away as A.J. Yadamick is going to step in to pinch hit for Chase Garrow. He's first pitch swinging. He fouls that one back. 3-6 matchup in the Mercer County Tournament in this quarterfinal. Robbinsville, if they're able to face the winner of the 2-7 matchup, Hun taking on Notre Dame in that. This one, a fly ball will make its way out of play again. It's 0-2 now. Advance to the semis. They'll to get races down.
Go. would have had out get there.
First pitch found back. At the plate for Hopewell. It is the 9-hole in the order, and Ryan Otterbray, the catcher, was there. This one a fly ball to shallow center field. Coming in and calling everybody off is Gavin Hopkins to make the catch. And we finally get a number for you there. Number 6 is Dean Mantuano, gets an at-bat. And he flies out to center field, and now the Bulldogs down to their final out. Fly ball to left field. Grayson Hopkins not moving much out there, and he's under it to make the catch for the out. And that will do it here at Robbinsville as the Ravens, the number 3 seeded Ravens, put on a dominating display in the later portions of this game offensively, scoring 5 runs in the last 2 innings, 7 across their last 3 at-bats, and they grab a 9-1 victory over the 6 seeded Hopewell Valley Bulldogs to advance to the semifinal of the Mercer County Tournament. And today's stream would not be possible without our sponsors, Capital Health Systems, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Kessel Dermatology, Revere Restaurant, New Jersey Education Association, the Vlasic and Cassidy Attorneys at Law, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trenton Thunder, Italian People's Bakery, and the Trentonian. Our entire crew, the WBCB Sports Network, our engineer, Brianna O'Neill, and our cameraman and color man for today's game, Jordan Hirsch. I'm Andrew Myers. Thanks for tuning in to this latest edition of New Jersey High School Sports on the WBCB Sports Network. And stick with us next week for some more exciting Mercer County Tournament action here on the WBCB Sports Network. Take care.